you tuning in.
KD8 SLG, K6 KJV, I'm here.
Hey, buddy. What's going on out in Valley Springs? I just had hail. Just had marble-sized hail. Covered the deck. How's that for exciting?
Well, it's bright and sunshiny, 77 degrees. It got up to 79 today. Skies are clear, none of that hail stuff or any snow or other ice.
You are living the dream. You're living the dream. All right, man. You sounding better. Good to hear that as well. Everything going good?
Yep, everything's going good. I'm feeling good, and I'm fat and sassy.
Fat and sassy it is. All right, man, I'm going to get out of the way here. Eric should be stepping up soon, I think. K6, KJV, KD8, SLG. I'll be clear on yours, Rev Kevin. I'll be sticking around.
All right, nice talking to you, Nick. And I'll be sticking around too. Maranatha. K6, KJV, standing by.
This is KE8VZA. I'll be your net control station tonight for the Beacon Net pre-show at the bottom of the hour. I currently have a net logger window open. Look for the Beacon Net in the list of nets, and it's purely optional. To me, it makes the net easier to follow, and I like using it as an NCO. Keeps me in line here. And anyway, I've added one call sign to the log, soon to be two, and if you'd like to get in via RF, I can take some early check-ins before we get to the pre-show if you like. KE8VZA.
This is Kilo 6 Kilo Juliet Victor, K6 KJV.
K8VZA, Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo, no traffic. God bless and have a wonderful net, Eric.
KD8VZA, KD8EPC.
W8WKY.
KD8EPC, KE8VZA here.
Eric, I talked to Chuck a little bit ago. WB4AIZ, he wanted me to make sure you put him on the list in and out tonight. I haven't looked in that logger to see if he did or not, but I just wanted to let you know.
Roger, Roger. Thanks, Dustin. I just added him to the list. Very good. Also added KA8LYJ Bob, K5CFY Ray. We've got him in the customary 10th slot there. K6KJV Rev Kev, all the way from California. And Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo, Phil. And I'm just going to reach out to Phil here real quick. How you doing, Phil? And are you going to be in and out tonight?
Hello, Eric. I mentioned no traffic. I need to clean the port and get myself ready for resting this evening, and just getting ready to wind down. So, excuse me. And thank you for getting back with me. Hopefully, everyone's going to be safe from the electrical storm, but very beautiful. Anyway, with that, Eric, you have a good night. God bless, and much love from family to families here. And we'll talk soon again. K8VZA, Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo, and I'll be clear. 7-3, and God love all.
All right, very good, Phil. Good to hear you tonight. I just wanted to be sure I had that correct. And you get a good night's rest, and it's always good hearing you. We'll clear with Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo, who's going to be in and out tonight. And let's see, who else have I added here? We got KF8G, K3MBC, KI5WDM, AB8MO, KD8OTQ, and KI5WDM so far.
Kilo Echo 8, Victor Oscar X-Ray, KE8VOX Scott, in and out.
KE8VOX, KE8VZA here. Always good to hear you, Scott. Got you down on the log here as in and out. You have a good evening, and 7-3. KE8VZA here, and Jeremy, KE8ZRY, I got you from the blue screen there. All right, excuse me, KE8VZA here. Let's go ahead and stand by and wait for our lovely announcer who's going to come on here in about 15 seconds, and we'll kick off the pre-show. KE8VZA, standing by. KE8VZA returning. Maybe her audio is not working tonight, but that was about the right time. Anyway, we'll go ahead and kick off the pre-show. QST. This is Kilo Echo 8, Victor Zulu Alpha, KE8VZA. My personal is Eric, Echo Romeo India Charlie. I'll be your net control station tonight for the BeaconNet pre-show. The BeaconNet meets here on this repeater every Sunday and Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. with early check-ins at 9:30. Those are Eastern times. And the repeater is W8WKY in Doylestown, Ohio. The frequency is 147 Mark 390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. Our Allstar Node is 48496, and you can also use EchoLink. Look for W8WKY-R in the list. The BeaconNet pre-show is a controlled net. I ask that all traffic pass through net control, yours truly. And urgent or emergency traffic, break in at any time. I'll take a pause now for any urgent or emergency traffic. Please call now. KE8VZA returning. All right, hearing nothing, let's go ahead and touch base with our net control team, our notorious Mickey Mouse roll call. So let's go up to the top of the list. KE8QKO, who will be our NCO for the main net at the top of the hour. Nick, are you out there? How you doing?
KE8QKO. Hello, Eric. Hello, everybody on the net. I'm doing good, sir. I'm doing good. Hanging out for the start of the net. With that, I'll pass it back to you, KE8QKO.
Very good, Nick. You're sounding good on this end. We'll clear with KE8QKO for now. And let's go down, touch base with Dustin, KD8EPC. How you doing, Dustin? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
KE8VZA and the BeaconNet pre-show. Well, I'm going to try there, Eric. As long as the toothpicks keep my eyeballs open there, we'll stick around. KD8EPC, back to pre-net control.
All right there, Dustin. I know how that goes. I tried on Wednesday night, and I was awake 10 minutes before the net. I heard some chatter on the repeater, and I'm like, okay, I'm in good shape. And before 9:30, I was sound asleep. I didn't wake up till, I don't know, midnight, and the radio's still on. Anyway, do your best. We'll clear with KD8EPC. Good to hear you. And let's go down to KD8SLG. Just Nick. Might be down on the farm. Don't know. How you doing, Just Nick? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
KE8VZA, KD8SLG. Good evening, Eric and all the Beacon Netizens. I am not sticking around tonight, actually. So I'm going to take my time now. Had a great time at the Fox Hunt yesterday. Congrats to Josh and Zach. They done good. Just had massive hail down here, and the deck is covered. I wanted to go out and check the car, the one that's not in the garage. And, yeah, the ramp's covered with marble-sized hail, so that's not happening. Anyway, Audrey's got some imaging at an ungodly hour tomorrow morning, so got to be up early for that. Everyone have a great night. 73 all y'all. It's KD8SLG, back to net control. Thanks, Eric.
All right there, Just Nick. And I forgot to play Hail to the Chief and announce you as our newly elected president of Sarah. So congrats on that. And hopefully the hail did not do any damage to anything. You might want to scatter some of that hail out of the way before you take a footstep out there. Send the dog instead, yeah. There you go. Anyway, good to see you on Thursday, and we'll mark you in and out tonight. Thanks for swinging by there, Just Nick. We'll clear with KD8SLG, and let's see, who's next? W8HRF, Josh. Are you out there, Josh? How you doing? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
KE8VZA, W8HRF, good evening, Eric. Good to hear you on the net. I am going to be in and out tonight. It's been a long weekend. Finish watching my show, and then we're going to head to bed. But got Miss Betty in bed, and Will is still awake, but that's pretty normal. He's trying to fill up on crackers here, so there you go. He's very happy for 9:30 at night. It was a lot of fun at the Fox Hunt yesterday. It was a lot of fun riding around with Zach and Betty, and it was really cool to see the Craig and I think Tom from the Canton Club stopping by and participating in the fox hunt. So that was awesome, and we really appreciate Dave and Craig putting it on, and Jason coming out and fixing the fox, and it was nice to see Ron and Nick, and even saw Scott and Kyle. They stopped by at the start, so it was kind of cool to see them for a split second. So there you go. Saw Alan as well at the start. So there you go. Anyways, we'll say 7-3 for now. Enjoy have a good net, and we'll catch you on Wednesday. KE8 VZA W8HRF 730.
All right, very good, Josh. Before you run, who won the fox hunt?
It was really cool. There were two teams. It was us and then Craig, N8OH, and Tom from the Canton Club. So two teams, and so we got there in 12.6 miles, I believe. So we just about halved Lucy and I's time from the last time we participated, which was like 21 miles. So there you go. KE8 VZA W8HRF.
All right, thanks, Josh. Fine business. Sounds like everyone had a good time, and sorry I couldn't make it. I had a commitment I could not get out of. But anyway, thanks for swinging by. We'll say 7-3, Josh, and you have a good one. We'll go down next to Lucy, KE8YUK, see if you're out there. How you doing, and are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
KE8VZA. KE8YUK had a bubble in my throat. I will be in and out tonight. I gotta chop up this pork that I was hoping to slow cook, but I started it too late, and then I had it on too low of a temperature, and it was not doing anything. The top of the roast was still cold, so I had to throw it in a pot and cook it through, but as a result, it is very tough, which is super unfortunate. So I am hacking it to pieces so that it's at least slightly more manageable. Then I'm probably going to go to bed. So that's my plan for tonight. And, yeah. Watch out for the thunder and lightning. Betty informed me that the thunder was coming, but she was going to be okay. So hopefully she will, in fact, be okay. Yeah. Have a good night, everybody. KE8YUK to KE8VZA. 73's God bless.
All right, Lucy, we'll hack away safely on the pork roast there, and I'm sure Betty will be fine. I looked at the radar, and there's some more weather coming through, and it's going to pass just to the north and just to the south of me, so I'll have to keep my ear tuned just in case. But anyway, good to hear you, Lucy. You have a good evening, and we got you marked in and out, and 7-3. We'll clear with KE8YUK. Let's go down to Alan, KI5DAY, our alt trivia master. And how's Larry doing? And how are you?
KI5DAY, I'm doing all right. I'm just a little tired. I was really enjoying some couch vegetation time this evening, but it's been a busy day. I had church this morning, did a little music there before the main church in my class, and then we did some music this evening in the choir, practicing a new song and singing that on stage tonight for our regular Sunday night group. We'll be doing another on stage in the main services, I guess, April the 19th. Man, I got too many oars in the water. I'm wanting to jump in the main music team and play drums sometimes, but I'm so busy with everything else, I don't have time to go to auditions. I'm like, seems like every time I turn around, I've got new oars in the water, so I'm trying to be careful not to get too many more going. So, Larry's fine. He has been blowing a lot of bubbles lately. He's really gotten into bubbles, one of my favorite things. So he enjoys the bubbles. I think he trips out on them. But anyways, when he's not doing that, he's eating his Funyuns and chasing June bugs. We'll say 73, send it back to you. We'll have some alt trivia here shortly. KI5DAY.
All right, very good, Alan. Well, definitely sounds like you are involved in the music at church. That's a good thing, and I hope that goes well. And yeah, I know what you mean about oars in the water. You got to be careful how many you stick in there. Anyway, good to hear you, Alan. Looking forward to alt trivia, and glad Larry's doing all right. You know, I wonder if he'd ever like one of those whammo bubble maker things. That you know, the big paddle that you swing it around and it makes a million little ones. And I think they had a big one, just a big hoop that made one big one if he did it right. And yeah, of course, maybe he'd get himself stuck inside the bubble. Then we'd have problems, right? Anyway, all right, Alan, we'll talk to you in a little bit. We'll clear with KI5DAY for now. Let me take a break for time. I'll read off who I have, and we'll take some more check-ins. KE8VZA returning. Okay, here's who I have so far. W3ETB Eddie, KA8LYJ Bob, K5CFY Ray, K6KJV Kevin, WB3K Phil, who's in and out tonight, WB4AIZ Chuck, who's in and out tonight as well, KF8G Brian, K3MBC Mark, KI5WDM Donald, AB8MO Andy, KD8OTQ Scott. I got to fix your entry in the log here, but that's you. KI5WDM Donald, I have you listed twice. We'll fix that. KE8VOX Scott, who's in and out tonight, 7-3 Scott, and KE8ZRY Jeremy, KA8MNT Tom, and KI5TAQ Taco Tim. And KC8FQV just popped in the blue screen, so I'll go ahead and add him as well. And so that brings me to the bottom of who I have so far. If you would like to get on the log for the BeaconNet, please give me a call, and I'll get you in there. I'm KE8VZA, and I'm listening.
Kilo Echo 8, Zulu Zulu Romeo. KE8 ZZR, Harry over here, Wadsworth.
All right, we picked up one there, KE8ZZR Harry. Got you on the log, Harry. It was good to see you the other night. Any other check-ins, please call. All right, KE8VZA returning. It's going to be a slow night, maybe. But I did fix, Scott, I got your log entry fixed, KD8OTQ. I had your call sign right. It wasn't picking up all your info from QRZ. Now it is. And Donald, KI5WDM, you're now on the log just once. So we've eliminated that potential confusion. Yeah, so we picked up KE8ZZR was our last station. Anyone else looking for check-ins? We have plenty of room on the log here. And I'm KE8VZA. Give me a call. I'm listening. KE8VZA returning. All right. Let's see. Let's go ahead and work this list. And I just noticed Tom, KA8MNT, in the blue screen. I was scrolling up, and he asked to be in and out. He has some Thunder Boomers around him, so he's playing it safe. So he may not even be listening. But Tom, if you are, got you in here as in and out. So let's go ahead and go up to the top of the list. Let's talk to Eddie, W3ETB. How you doing, Eddie? And are you going to stick around for the main show tonight?
Hi, Eric. Yeah, I'll be sticking around tonight here in Annapolis. It was in the 70s today. It's a beautiful day outside, but it was Sunday, and we decided just to kind of chill out and hang around the house. Actually had meatball subs for dinner and some salad, and so that took a little while, get everything prepared and ready, for dinner. during the day. But other than that, just sit around, watch TV, and chilled out. Relax on a Sunday afternoon. Anyway, I'll be here. Back to you, Eric.
W8WKY.
All right, Eddie, very good. Glad you got a little R&R time in there, and maybe you got a couple of documentaries watched so you can get ready for alt trivia, right? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Anyway, good to hear you, Eddie. We'll clear with W3ETV for now. Let's go down to Bob, KA8LYJ. How you doing, Bob? It was good to see you and Ida at the meeting. And are you going to stick around for the main net tonight?
KD8VZA, KA8LYJ. Good evening, Eric. Yeah, I think I may stick around. Ida had wanted to play cribbage, but then she fell asleep. If she wakes up and still wants to play cribbage, I'll be doing that. Otherwise, I'll hang around for the net. KA8LYJ.
All right, Bob, sounds like a deal. We'll leave you on the log here. We'll give you a call, and when we get her back around the horn here, and if you're there, you're there. If not, I know you're deeply embroiled in a cribbage match. There you go. We'll clear with KA8LYJ. And just to re-identify, I'm KE8VZA with the BeaconNet pre-show on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio. Frequencies 147, Mark 390, positive offset, PL tone of 114, Mark 8, if you'd like to check your settings. Let's see, next on the log here is K5CFY Ray down in Oklahoma. How you doing tonight, Ray? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
KE8VZA, K5CFY. Good evening there, Mr. Eric. Thank you for doing the pre-net. We always enjoy talking to you. I'm definitely going to be hanging around, and I'll get off here and let you get on down the list. K5CFY.
All right, Ray, very good. Good to hear you tonight. We got you on the log and sticking around. We'll clear with K5CFY. Let's go out to California to RevKev, K6KJV. How you doing, Kevin? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
Hello, Eric, and everyone else on the pre-net. This is K6KJV, Kevin in Valley Springs, California. And no, unfortunately, I'm not going to stick around tonight. I got to do an in and out, so you know what that means. Double D's, Delta and Delta. I'll probably be listening, but I won't be able to answer up, so give me an in and out. Back to you there, Eric, and Maranatha from K6KJV.
K5JV, that is all for short time.
All right, Kevin, very good. Got you down for double D's, and we'll mark you in and out. And I bet you're glad you have a little clown car with gas prices inching up the way they are. And I'm sure that new motors gets stellar gas mileage, especially when you got those holes in the floor to stick your feet out and do the Fred Flintstone thing, right? There you go. Very good, Kevin. Thanks for stopping by at 7-3. We'll clear with K6KJV. Just want to acknowledge I picked up Matt, AF5JB, who's short time. And let's go ahead and jump down to Matt, AF5JB. How are you tonight, Matt? Do you have a couple comments for the net before you have to go?
Yeah, Bobby, I appreciate it. Seeing you and everybody else out there on the net. And hang out with a couple friends, some more high school friends. I'm staying in Langley, Oklahoma, and everybody's doing good in that part of the world. Got back in the coast at about 1 or 1:10 in the morning. After that, went to the main event and played the supercars and through the glass, and then kind of hung around there for a little bit, went home, and ate, watched TV, and had me beer and went to bed. And not today, took us cities most day today. Up at Batman, and Miss Batman, and Mount Run, and all that. And just kind of hung around, and everybody started for a whole new week. They kind of warm the next last couple of days. Certainly up to 64 degrees, cloudy and breezy. But that's all right. Everything doing all right. So and say hi to everyone, and I should say a week and a good evening as well. That's all I got. Steady breathing. Catch y'all next time. This is AFI-JB Matt in Oklahoma, and watch out for those thunder boomers up there. Got the control, and catch y'all next time. Thanks again.
All right, Matt, very good. Glad you got some warmer weather there. It looks like spring is starting to win in that eternal struggle between winter and summer. So anyway, you have a good week going forward, and thanks for stopping by at 7-3. We'll clear with AF5JB. Let's go back up in the list where we left off at KF8G Brian. How you doing tonight, Brian? And are you going to stick around for the main net?
Yep, KF8G.
Very good, Brian. We'll clear with KF8G. Let's go down to K3MBC Mark. How you doing, Mark? And are you going to stick around for the main net tonight?
Doing pretty well tonight, thanks. It's been a long day. Glad it's over. Just kind of relaxing and chilling. Gonna enjoy the net tonight. Definitely be sticking around. K3MBC.
Very good, Mark. Got you on the log sticking around. We'll clear with K3MBC. Let's go down to KI5WDM. Donald, how you doing? And are you going to stick around for the main net tonight?
This is Kilo India 5 Whiskey Delta Mike. I'm doing great. Had to go to Manford today, over to my daughter's, help her take care of a little issue over there. Took them a bunch of groceries, helped feeding all them youngins. Then I came home and got real lazy and took a nap. So, yes, I'm here, and I'm going to stick around for everything. So, that's all I've got. You all have a great one. This is KI5WD, and talk to you in a bit.
All right, Donald, very good. Hope you got issues worked out on your daughter's end there. And got the groceries restocked. That's always a good thing. And I snuck in a nap this afternoon, too. It felt great. Anyway, good to hear you tonight, Donald. We'll clear with KI5WDM for now. Let's head over to the land of maple syrup and snow. Well, at least maple syrup, hopefully. And AB8MO, how you doing, Andy? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
Well, sorry about that. This is AB8MO. My ESG just bit the dust. The battery did anyway, so I had to replace the battery. As soon as I keyed up, it went clunk. So, let's see here. Oh, now it just says low voltage. Well, now it tells me. Let's see how I could stretch this out to 3 minutes here. Yeah, the land of snow and maple syrup. Not so much snow, but yeah, we got lots of maple syrup, and it is 43 degrees. So I think we're on the correct side of the cold front. So all the severe weather hopefully will bypass the land of snow and maple syrup. So far it has. All right, I don't have the heart to talk for 3 minutes about nothing. Low voltage, low voltage, low voltage. Right, Dick? Back she comes. This is AB8MO.
All right, Andy, very good. Good to hear you tonight. And, we have 39 over here at the Strongsville QTH. So we're close, a little cooler maybe. But good to hear you. We'll got you on the log sticking around. We'll clear with AB8MO. Let's go down to KD8OTQ Scott. How are you tonight, Scott? And are you going to stick around for the main net?
Evening, everyone. KD8OTQ. I'm not interested in my ticket punch tonight, so we'll say 737. KD8OTQ.
All right, Scott. I punched your ticket here. You're good to go. And thanks for stopping by, 7-3. We'll clear with KD8OTQ. Next on the log was KE8VOX Scott, who is in and out, 7-3 Scott. Next is Jeremy, KE8ZRY. How you doing tonight, Jeremy? And are you going to stick around for the main net?
KE8ZZA, this is KE8ZRY. Good evening, Eric and everybody on the net. Jeremy here in Ashland. Nope, I'm not going to stick around. Kind of tired tonight, so I might turn in a little bit early. I hope everybody has a great net, has fun with the trivia, and I hope everybody has a great week. I'll talk to you all again on Wednesday. This is KE8ZRY passing me back to net control.
Okay, Jeremy, no problem. Got your ticket punched here, and you have a good evening, get a good night's rest, and thanks for stopping by. We'll clear with KE8ZRY, and let's see, next was Tom KA8MNT, who's in and out, 7-3 Tom, and then we're down to KI5TAQ, Taco Tim, down in Baofeng, Oklahoma. How you doing, Tim? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
Good evening there, guys. This is KI5TAQ. Yes, I am going to stick around. And all I can say for those who's getting pounded by hail, well, I feel sorry for you. Because I think there'll be inspections coming up in the morning for all the hail damage. Anyways, I'll see what the Cornwall Beans have for questions tonight. This is KI5TAQ.
All right, Tim, very good. Got you on the log sticking around. Yeah, we'll have to see what the Cornwaldo clan is up to tonight. Be curious to see. We'll clear with KI5TAQ for now. Let's go down to Mark, Northern Mark, KC8FQV. How are you, Mark? And are you going to stick around for the main net tonight?
Yep, I'm going to stick around. Eric, KCFQV. Yeah, a little light rain out here, so KCFQV, back it comes.
All right, Mark, very good. Got you on the log sticking around. It was good seeing you Thursday night. And let's see, we'll clear with KC8FQV for now. Let's go down to Harry, KE8ZZR. Harry, good to see you Thursday night as well. And how are you? And are you going to stick around for the main net tonight?
Hey, good evening, Eric. This is KE8ZZR here. I am doing fine. I am not going to stick around. Feel like I've been running around ever since I came home on Thursday from vacation. I think I need another vacation because I haven't quit. So I'm going to take the night off and just get my card punched. So I'll turn it back to you. This is KE8ZZR.
Yeah, I'm sure after being away for a while, there are quite a few things that you got to, hopefully most of them just little things you got to get caught up on, but they take time, right? Anyway, you have a good evening, and you have a good rest, and thanks for stopping by. We'll clear with KE8ZCR 73 Harry. That brings us to the bottom of the log and the end of the pre-show. We went 1 minute into overtime for anyone that's keeping track, and so at this point, Nick at Nite. Yeah, Nick at Nite. I got to make sure I have the right Nick here. KE8QKO. If you're ready to roll with the main net, go ahead and take it away. I'm KE8VZA.
All right, fine business on the pre-show there, Eric. Thanks for doing it. Good evening and welcome to the Beacon Net. My name is Nick. My call sign is KE8QKO, Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Kilo Oscar, and I'll be net control for the evening. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8, Allstar Node 48496, and EchoLink W8WKY-R. This is directed net. All traffic must pass through net control. We are linked in with our friends in Oklahoma, the Fireside Network, and various other repeaters, and we ask that you key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit so we can hear everything you have to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. All right, nothing heard there. Any stations that oh man, I can't talk tonight. Any stations that have not already checked into the pre-show that would like to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo Juliet 5, Mike Charlie Victor KJ5 MCV. Ryan, Broken Arrow, Oklahoma.
Whiskey Alpha 8, Kilo Oscar Charlie, WA8, KOC, Fred in Akron. Good evening, Nick. You have a good net. I'm going to be in and out this evening. Please punch my ticket, and I'll talk to you soon. 7-3.
Kilo Echo 9, Charlie, Quebec, Delta, KE9, CQD, Tim up in Valpo, Indiana.
All right, that was a pretty orderly list there. I've got KJ5MCV, Ryan. I've got WA8KOC, Fred. I'll tell you what, Fred, as long as that ticket's not propped up against a brick wall, I'm happy to punch for you. And so we'll take care of that. And then we have KE9, CQD, Tim. Is there anyone else who wants to check into the Beacon Net? Please call now.
November 8, Yankee Mike Yankee, N8YMY John. I'll be in and out tonight, 7-3.
All right, we got N8YMY John checking in and out. All right, we'll go down that list there. Then, so if you didn't get a chance to check in, we'll do more calls for check-ins. But we're going to get our trivia questions read first, and then we're going to go through the check-ins that we have. But that doesn't look like a huge number, so it shouldn't be too long tonight. So if you're out there and you're listening, stand on by. We'll get to you here in a little bit. But first, we're going to go to KE8, VZA, Eric, to get the primary question. Eric, take it away.
KE8QKO in the net, KE8VZA here with the main trivia question. Here we go. What was the call sign what was the call sign of the Pentagon in the late 40s and early 50s before K call signs were issued to amateurs. Your possibilities are Alpha, W4AMR, Bravo, W4, I'll go ahead and do phonetics. First one was, answer Alpha was Whiskey 4 Alpha Mike Romeo. Answer Bravo is Whiskey 4 Papa November Tango. Possibility Charlie is Kilo 4 Uniform Sierra Alpha. And possibility Delta is Kilo 3 Golf Oscar Victor. I'll take a break for time and read this again. KE8VZA returning. What was the call sign of the Pentagon in the late 40s and early 50s before K call signs were issued to amateurs? Your possibilities are Alpha, Whiskey 4 Alpha Mike Romeo, Bravo, Whiskey 4 Papa November Tango, Charlie, Kilo 4 Uniform Sierra Alpha, or Delta, Kilo 3 Golf Oscar Victor. I'll put this in the blue screen momentarily. KE8VCA back to net control.
All right, well, thank you, Eric. I have my guess written down, but we'll see how it works out for me later. Next, let's go talk to you. KI5DAY Alan to get the alternate trivia read. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY in the net. Yes, alternate trivia. Oh my goodness. Well, here we go. Every week's a new adventure on the world famous highway in Germany called the Autobahn. Yes, many of you have heard of the Autobahn. Even in the unrestricted areas of the highway, it is still illegal to do what? I'm going to read that question again. On the world famous highway in Germany, on the world famous highway in Germany called the Autobahn, even in the unrestricted areas of the highway, it is still illegal to do what? Is it A, run out of gas, B, exceed 175 miles per hour in other than European modeled cars, C, drive over 85 miles per hour in the far right slow lane, or D, have any member of the Cornwaldo-Bahn clan in your car? I'll put this in the blue screen, KI5DAY.
All right, well, thank you there, Alan. You know, I had in my head, I'm like, I answered in my head what I thought the answer was going to be, and it wasn't one of the options. So I'll have to guess one of the options, and I think I have the guess that I want. So I'll write that down, and we'll see how it works out later. Thanks for doing the alternate trivia. Okay, this is KE8QKO on the WWKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And we're going to go down and talk to our list. We're going to start with W3ETB. Eddie, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Hi there, Nick. Yeah. Everything's pretty good here. Just kind of, in between watching a movie. Just wanted to give my answers here to the trivia question. So I was listening very intently to the trivia questions. And for the main trivia question, I'm going to go with C for Charlie. And I'm not really going to explain exactly why on that one. But for Alan's, I think I'm going to go for A for Alan's question, because I don't think you really want to run out of gas on the Autobahn. Because if you do, with all those other cars flying past you at over 100 miles per hour, I don't think it's a good idea to run out of gas. So I would think that might be a good answer. Anyway, I'll go with A, regardless of whether it's right or wrong. And that's C for Charlie for the main, and Alpha for the alternate trivia question. So everybody have a great night. This is W3ETB 73 all, and I'll be clear.
All right, right, thank you, Eddie. Got your answer down there for Charlie and Alpha. Next, we're going to talk to KA8LYJ, Bob. How you doing, Bob? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
KA8QKO. This is KA8LYJ. Good evening, Nick. Good evening, group. Yeah, we're doing good. Boy, what a volatile day it's been. Hit almost 80 today, and now it's like 42, and about an hour and a half ago we had pea-sized hail here in Barberton. Man, what a mess. Anyway, it's otherwise been a good day. Went to church, had a nap, had sausage and pierogi, and now I'm munching Girl Scout Samoas. So it doesn't get much better than that. For trivia, we're going to go cubic centimeter. Charlie, Charlie. This is KA8LYJ.
All right, sounds like a good dinner there, Bob. Got your answer down with Charlie and Charlie. You know, hey, if you want more to look forward to, I hear it's supposed to rain or it's supposed to snow tomorrow morning with like a high of like 33 or 34 or something. So, yay. Well, yay, Ohio. So over in the 70s today and in the 30s tomorrow. Gotta love it. Now we're going to talk to you, K5CFY, Ray. How you doing, Ray? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
KE8QKO and the net, K5CFY. Good evening, Nick at Night. Thanks for running the net. Doing a great job as usual. And might as well wave a hand there at Mr. Eric on the keyboard, doing a fine business there as well. I'm going to go with Charlie and Charlie. Not to be mixed up with C and C, but there you go. Have a good one there, Nick. We'll catch you later. K5FY.
All right, thank you, Ray. Got your answer down for Charlie and Charlie. Let's see here. We have some in and outs, but one of them gave us his trivia answers. So Casey's KJV RevKev is in and out, but he always gives his answers as double D's. Then we had WB3K and WB4AIZ. And that's going to take us down to KF8G, Brian. How you doing, Brian? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Well, you already know my answer. And you know, they've speculated. Could we have the Autobahn in the U.S.? And the solid answer is no, because people do not have the left lane discipline. Because all you'd have to do is be driving in Germany and come up on a Prius doing 45 in the left lane. Need I rest my case, but nice day today. I had the chick magnet out for a couple hours, and then storms rolled through. That's supposed to be kind of a moderately crummy week, but chances are, looking at the long-range forecast, after about the 1st of April, we might get a heat wave, so that'll be fun. Can't wait for that. But other than that, not a heck of a lot going on this week. So I'll catch you guys next week. KF8G, back to net.
All right, well, thank you, Brian. Got your answer down there for 42. Yeah, I think we're going to bypass hoodie season this year. It feels like that's just a suspicion that I have, but we'll see. And I'm not even sure it's the left lane discipline is why we can't have the Autobahn here. It's just lane discipline in general. I saw a guy yesterday, last night, we were driving up Route 8, and he merged most of the way into the left lane, and then got spooked by something, and swerved, and almost ran into the wall right in front of me, and then swerved a couple of times to stabilize himself in his lane. And I'm just like, how do you, it's a brick wall, like, just move over and stay in the lane, like. Yeah, I've seen other people on the Route 8 bridge where, you know, when I used to work up in Stowe many years ago, at least once a week, it seems like somebody was just hit the wall. Like a single car accident just bumps into the brick wall, the concrete barrier on the side of the highway. It's a straight line. It's a straight line. How do you, I don't know. Yeah, people would die. They would kill other people. They would flip over. It would be horrible. Can't have it here, sadly. All right, thanks, Brian. Appreciate it. Oh, next we have K3 MBC. Mark, how you doing, Mark? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
W8WK.
Evening, Nick. Evening, everyone. A couple of things you were saying, something about hoodie weather. It's been actually pretty mild here in the Houston area, but our building is kept so cold I have to wear a hoodie every single day at work, so that's kind of what I think about that. Anyway, my trivia answers for tonight are Alpha and Charlie. Alpha and Charlie. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Mark. Yeah, my office is like 10 to 15 degrees colder than the rest of the house. I have to wear a hoodie when I work as well, but it's a going outside thing. You know, you go outside and you're like, oh, this looks like a nice spring day to wear a hoodie. You go out there and you're out there for 5 or 10 minutes. You're like, oh, I got to take the hoodie off. It's getting too warm. That's what we're missing. So anyway, thank you, sir. Answers down for Alpha and Charlie. Next, we have WI5 WDM. Donald, how you doing, Donald? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
Kilo Echo 8, Quebec, Kilo Oscar, so I can't even talk. This is KI5WDM, Donald. Well, I got to tell you a little story. Y'all are having them bad storms up there today. We had real high winds and fires all around. I was coming back from my daughter's. There was a tanker in front of us, and we were running about 55, and the Yahoo behind me decided he's going to pass me in a no passing lane. Got around me, got up behind that truck. The truck got about blowed halfway off the road. The car decided to pass him, the tanker, and ended up in the other ditch. And I don't know, when I went by, I just looked in the mirror. He was still rolling. I didn't even stop, but I could see that tanker driver. He was freaking out. He needed the whole road to keep that damn tank from rolling over, and that guy was going to squeeze him off. So, anyway, that was kind of funny. My guesses tonight are Delta and Charlie. Delta and Charlie. So, I'll let you have it back. I've yammered on long enough. This is KI5WDM. I'll be listening on the side. Have a great one. Appreciate you.
All right, thank you, Donald. Yeah, we've had some pretty heavy winds up here, too, and some pretty crazy stuff on the road. It makes you wonder where some people learn to drive. I don't know. I guess common sense ain't so common when they get on the road. But we've also had a big thing. I'm noticing with the nicer weather, you get a lot more of the idiots on motorcycles driving down the road. I saw a guy blow a red light, and people were turning left in front of him. And he like swerved around the cars and gave him the finger because he blew a red light and had to dodge 2 cars that were making left-hand turns. That was earlier today. And I'm like, man, I don't get it. Anyway, let's go talk to Andy. 88MO, how you doing, sir? What do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
KE8QKO, this is AB8MO. I think it's just light rain, no severe weather here. I don't even think we had any lightning, so that's okay by me. I think they issued a severe thunder shower watch for Portage County, which is just to the south of me, so I'm guessing that's where the front is, and I'm just to the north. So anyhow, let's see here. For Trivium, I will go with, I'm going to say Alpha on the first, so W4AMR. And just like you, Nick, I thought that the answer that I thought wasn't given. And that answer was, I thought that it was illegal to drive too slow in the left lane on the Autobahn. But that wasn't one of the choices, so I'll go with B, since nobody said B yet. So I guess we're going to do Bravo and Alpha and Bravo tonight. So anyway, hoping I'll get a full day of work tomorrow. So I'm going to head off to bed and let your nice, calming, soothing voice put me to sleep. KE8QKO, this is AB in a boat.
All right, thank you, Andy. I'll try to whisper sweet nothings into your ear while you fall asleep. We got your answer down as Alpha and Bravo. And yeah, I was thinking that Alan was going to say pass on the right, because I know that that's illegal there. And I just remember seeing, I saw something on watching a TV show or a video or something where they said that there's fines for passing on the right, but it's actually, I guess, the fine for passing somebody on the shoulder on the left is lower than passing on somebody on the right on the Autobahn. Thought that was interesting. Anyway, thanks for checking in there, Andy. I appreciate it. Next we have, before I go further, this is KE8QKO on the WAWKY repeater, 147 Mark 3. I know, positive. Also, the PL tone of 114 Mark 8. Since Andy's falling asleep, I got to try to be a little more, I don't know, nighttime broadcaster voice. Then we have 4 in and out stations. We have WD8 OTQ, KE8 VOX, K8 ZRY, and K8 MNT. Next, we're going to talk to KI5 TAQ Taco Tim from Bofang, Oklahoma. Sleep well, Andy.
Well, good evening there, Nick at Night. This is KI5 TAQ. Let me get the answers out of the way for the trivia. All I could say is I'm going to go with B for the main question. B as in Bravo. And for Alan's question, the alt question, well, I'm going to have to go with A as in Alpha. A as in Alpha. Because when you're running those speeds on the Autobahn, well, you know what happens. I've heard tale about that infamous highway where some bus builder would take a bus out onto the Autobahn, and if it doesn't do what they want it to do, or it says that it should do, they go back and try to say tune the engine so it's doing a little bit more to make it go the speeds of the Autobahn. With that said, I'm going to send it back to Net Control and let you get on down with it. This is KI5TAQ.
All right, well, thank you, Tim. We have your answers down as Bravo and Alpha, and I see you are also trying to help Andy fall asleep by counting sheep. Anyway, thanks for checking in there, Tim. We appreciate it. And next we're going to go down and talk to KC8 FQV Mark. How you doing, Mark? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Well, I got CA. C for the first one, A for the second one. But, you know, you can't run out of gasoline on the Chesapeake Bay. The Chesapeake Bay Road or Bridge or whatever they call it. It's 17 miles long. If you have a car that gets good mileage, you go across that. KCFQV. Yeah, it goes 2 tunnels, 3 bridges. And back it comes, KCFQV.
All right, thank you, Mark. I think you said your answers were Charlie and Alpha. Helps to have them phonetically for our loggers so we can hear them better. And got you checked in there. Next 2 stations we have are in and out. That's KC8 ZZR and AF5JB, which is going to take us down to KJ5 MCV. Ryan, how you doing, Ryan? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
W8WKY.
Well, hello to everybody. Thanks for picking me up. This is Ryan, KJ5MCV, calling in from Broken Arrow,
probably much like everybody else, closing the night down. I got a notification that the BeaconNet was on. I need to change the timing on that, and so I can get on the pre-show. I always miss that. So, anyways, I'm going to do better, I promise, if I have to. Anyways, for the trivia tonight, I have no idea on either of them, so I'm going to copy everybody else's homework probably and go Charlie. Yeah, that's about it. Thanks again for picking me up. It's great to hear everybody out there in Radio Land. Hope all is well for everybody. Have a great week, folks. This is KJ5MCV. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, Ryan. Thanks for checking in there. It's good to have you on. Always happy to have you join us. We got your answer down for Charlie and Charlie. Our next station, WA8KOC Fred, is in and out, and that's going to take us down to KE9CQD Tim. How you doing, Tim? What do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
I'm doing pretty well here tonight, just winding down. Went off at 5. Hanging out tonight, listening to the BeaconNet. I had a good day. Spent time with the kids and wife, and had church this morning. I'm making my way through Luke chapter 4 in my preaching. I had a good day at church. And, had some meetings after church that I had to do. A lot going on over there, but it was a busy morning. But the afternoon has been nice. Got lunch with the wife and kids, and got to spend some time at home reading with them and hanging out, watch some stuff, play some video games, and make brownies, and just tried to have a nice afternoon Sunday after a busy morning. And now everyone's in bed but me, getting to listen into the BeaconNet tonight. So enjoying it. Thanks for running the net. Always appreciate it. That's about it for me, though. Weather took a turn for the worst, obviously. We all know that. I had my motorcycle out the last few days, and then today woke up at about 5:45. It was about 66 out, felt perfect, and by the time we got out of church to head to lunch, it was in the 30s, so it's quite a change. But that's okay. I'll bundle up and deal with it. That's fine. But anyway, trivia. I think trivia tonight, I have no idea, so I'm going to go with C and B. We're going to do Charlie for the main and Bravo, and I think that's about it. I'll turn it back over to Net Control. This is KE9CQD.
All right, thank you, Tim. Got your answers down there as Charlie and Bravo. Yeah, you guys got the cold front a little bit earlier than we did, so it didn't really start to get cold here until later on in the day. So, yeah, had a bit of a nicer day going until eventually it did start to cool off. Anyway, thanks for checking in. Appreciate it. Glad you had a good weekend. This is KE8QKO on the W8WKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive also the PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And we are ready for more check-ins. If you would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo 5, Romeo Foxtrot Golf, K5 RFC, Ryan at Roslyn.
Kilo Charlie 5, Romeo Bravo Golf, KT5, Real Big Guns, Shannon in Tulsa.
All right, I'm going to take it right there. All right, got a couple of good ones in there. And the third station, I think all I heard from the last station was kilowatt. So we'll get to you here in just a moment. First, we had Kilo 5, Romeo Foxtrot Golf, Ryan. Good to hear you, Ryan. Thanks for checking in. And then we had KC5, Real Big Guns, Shannon checking in there. And then after Shannon, somebody I think tried to check in, but I'm guessing you're on a digital node, and I think you keyed up and started talking. So, that third station, if you could press and hold your PTT button for a couple of seconds, and then start speaking and say your call sign twice phonetically, please, I would appreciate it. All right, nothing heard there. I guess they can try to recheck here. We'll do more rounds of check-ins. We'll go up to these two that we've got, see how they're doing, and we'll do another round. So let's start with K5 RFG. Ryan, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight? Good to hear you.
Good evening, Nick. Was on the radio, just happened to turn the radio on earlier, and I heard 88 SOG talking, and he brought up something about going to eat some MSG, which reminded me of a funny that I remember from my years of EMS and working in the ER, that the treatment for an MSG overdose is vodka. So I just, for whatever reason, always remembered that and just thought that was funny, so I brought that up earlier. And then he reminded me about the net tonight, so I told him I would check in. So, lots of stuff been going on. Went and watched the other K5 RFG's hockey game earlier today. They had a tournament up in Strongsville, and they did not win the tournament, but he did get player of the game for his game, so thought that was pretty good. The coach had lots of good things to say about him. And next week we're going down to Columbus so they can play at Nationwide Arena down there before the Blue Jackets game. Other than that, not much else going on. Before I forget, my trivia answers are going to be Bravo and Charlie. Yeah, I was enjoying this warm weather today, and then somebody at the tournament had to ruin it and use that four-letter S word and say it was going to be cold tomorrow. Hi. So with that, I'm going to send it back to you. This is the K5 RFG.
All right. Well, thank you, Ryan. That's pretty cool about going down and playing Nationwide next weekend. This should be a really fun trip. I've been down to my in-laws live down there, and we've gone to a hockey game with them a few times throughout the years. It's a nice stadium. Nice stadium. Is stadium the right word for a hockey thing? But yeah, whatever. It's a arena, nice arena. There's a sandwich place down there. I forget the name of it, but it's on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives that I really want to go to someday. It's right outside Nationwide Arena there. But yeah, I could probably Google like funny or good sandwich place or something. It's probably going to show up there. But yeah. Anyway, sounds like a good trip. I'm glad. I hope you'll enjoy it. I'll be going the opposite direction next weekend. So anyway, good to hear you there, Ryan. Thanks for checking in. And then we have KC5, Real Big Guns, Shannon. How you doing, Shannon? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
W8WKY.
Hey there, Nick at Nite, KC5, Real Big Guns. Hopefully I'm not having a lot of noise with me. Let me know how I'm sounding, because sometimes I get so much noise no one can hear me.
You're sounding good to me, Shannon. Take it away.
Good deal. Good to hear Ryan on gosh, we had an afternet a couple of nets ago with Dustin and me and Jairus, and that was a good time. I miss those afternets. Man, we had a lot of fun on those things. But around here, I had a trip this week to Branson to see my parents, and they're not doing good at all. And I found out a lot of stuff that Dad's been hiding from me about their conditions up there. So, and I'm not sure how I'm going to deal with it, but one way or the other, I'll figure something out. But kind of depressed about it, needless to say. But it's just something that getting old does to you. Today I mainly sat around the house. Went to dinner with Rimmel and Jackie tonight, and had a good dinner. And other than that, I've just been sitting at home today, sitting back, relaxing, and just taking it easy. Probably get to bed here in a few minutes. Got a couple of doctor's appointments starting in the morning, and over at the VA, and gonna go do that. And I didn't get to bed last night until about 5:15 this morning, so it's been kind of a long day. Other than that, no real news here. Just trying to stay out of trouble. Just trying to stay out of trouble for the most part, and give that a go. And maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. Because I've been known to be crazy enough to get myself in trouble. But I'm going to try not to get in trouble. The dogs are doing good. They're both crashed out on the couch, wondering when I'm going to take them to bed. But I think that's what I'm going to do as soon as I get off the radio. Been a good net. Good to hear everyone out there. Of course, you already know my trivia answers. And I'll let you try to solve more. This is Kilo Charlie 5, Real Big Guns. God bless, and 73. Back to nut control.
All right, thank you, Shannon. Thanks for checking in. It's good to hear you. Yeah, sorry about your parents. I'll tell you what, parents, it's like they don't want to burden their kids with anything, and then all of a sudden they'll bottle everything up and not tell you, and suddenly you're like, my mom does that. She'll not tell me things, and all of a sudden, a month or two later, she's like, oh, this has been going on. Now we got to. I'm like, well, if you had told me this a month ago, I could have helped you, and it'd be a lot easier right now. So please stop keeping stuff to yourself, and just tell me if you need something, and I'll come and help you with it. Because now it's a last minute, hurry up, got to do this thing kind of problem, and I have to do more work to fix it. And if you tell me to start with, it'd have been done by now. It would have been fixed. Take me half as much time. But that's how parents go. I guess that's how we are with kids. We raise our kids, and then we don't want to burden them when it comes time for us to need that help. I'll probably do the same thing. I'll be a stubborn old man someday, and I'll drive my kid nuts. And that's the way life goes. Anyway, thanks, Shannon. I appreciate you checking in. This is K8QKO on the W8WKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And we are ready for more check-ins. If you would like to check in to the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Net control. Please check again, Kilo India 5, Romeo Foxtrot India, KI5 RFI, Mac in Springdale.
This is Kilo Foxtrot 8 Delta Tango Alpha KF8 DTA Jeff Portable.
W8WKY repeater PL1 14.8.
All right, I've got KI5 RFI, and I've got KF8 DTA, both checking in there. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go to Jeff first when I get to going to the next person, because he said he's portable, kind of like a mobile to me, so we'll go to Jeff first. But before I go to Jeff and Mac, it's been 40 minutes. I think we should reread some trivia so everybody has it fresh in their minds before we start going any further, and then I'll go down and talk to Jeff. So first we're going to go up and talk to K8VZA to reread the primary question. Eric, take it away.
KE8QKO in the net, KE8VZA here with main trivia. What was the call sign of the Pentagon in the late 40s and the early 50s before the K calls were issued to amateurs? These are Alpha, Whiskey 4, Alpha Mike Romeo, or Bravo, Whiskey 4, Papa November Tango, or Charlie, Kilo 4, Uniform Sierra Alpha, or Delta, Kilo 3, Golf Oscar Victor. I'll repost this in the blue screen. KE8VZA back to net control.
All right, next we'll talk to KI5DAY Alan to get the alternate trivia read. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY returning. Sorry, my note had the ID, of course, right when you called me. Tonight's alternate trivia is on the world-famous highway in Germany called the Autobahn. Even in the unrestricted areas of the highway, it is still illegal to do what? Is it A, run out of gas, B, exceed 175 miles per hour in other than European model cars? Is it C, drive over 85 miles per hour in the far right slow lane? Or D, it's illegal to ever have any member of the Autobahn clan in your car? KI5DAY, I'll post in the blue screen.
All right, thank you, Alan. Let's go down and talk to KF8DTA, Jeff. How you doing, Jeff? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Good evening, sir and friends and Beacon Net. This is KF8 DTA. I am portable. I'm out of state visiting family. I got to do a little POTA FT8 in the park. The bands were garbage, so no SSB today. I'm going to go with D and D with the trivia questions. Thanks for picking up my call. KF8 DTA, back to control.
W8WKY.
All right. Thanks, you, Jeff. I think I heard you right. Actually, I thought you said Bravo and Delta. Can you come back one more time with your trivia answers?
I believe Bravo was, Bravo and Delta is good. I don't know all the answers, so yeah, Bravo and Delta is good. KF8 DTA.
All right, not a problem, sir. Thank you. Just wanted to make sure that's correct. My net logger heard Delta and Delta, so that's why I wanted to verify. Thanks for checking in, Jeff. Hope you have fun with the family. Next, we have KI5 RFI Mac. How you doing, Mac? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
KI5 RFI. Good evening, everybody on the net. Well, I tell you what, I'm just going to take a guess on both the trivia questions because I have no idea on either of them. So I'm going to say Alpha and Charlie. Alpha and Charlie. And everybody have a great night. It's KI5 RFI.
All right, thank you, Mac. Got your answer down for Alpha and Charlie. I'll tell you what, guessing sometimes the best thing, 'cause half the time that's what I'm doing too. It's always fun to find out if I'm right or not once the end of that rolls around. So thanks for checking in. And let's see, if there's anybody else that wants to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. All right, nothing heard there. Let's go talk to our net control team. We're going to start with K8 VZA. Eric, how you doing, sir? What do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
KE8 QKO in the net, KE8 VZA here. Nothing terribly exciting here. Went and had a nice brunch today at this pancake place that just opened up a few months ago here in Strongsville, and it was delish. I ordered an omelet, which came with a short stack on the side, and I could only finish half of it. So guess what I had for dinner? It was great. Anyway, trivia, I'm going to abstain from the main, and I'm going to go with Alpha for the alternate trivia. KE8 VZA, back to net control.
All right, thank you, sir. Got you down for Alpha for the alternate trivia. I thought Dustin said he wasn't going to be around, but he's not marked as in and out, so I'm going to call for him anyway just in case. KD8 EPC, K8QKO. How you doing, Dustin? What do you have for the BeaconNet tonight? All right, nothing heard there. I'm guessing Dustin turned into a pumpkin because that's what happens on Sundays. But I did see another friendly face who said he wasn't going to be here, but he's in the blue screen. Let's give a shout out to KD8 SLG, just Nick. How you doing, Nick? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
KE8QKO, this is KD8 SLG. Good evening, Nick at night, and all the BeaconNets. Still storming here. Still loud enough to keep us awake. So, and you know what? Every time I say I'm not going to be here, I get all wrapped up in the BeaconNet and stick around anyway. It's great seeing you Thursday night, man. Gotta come to more meetings. Probably not, though. My presentations are going to be nothing like Gary's. Just saying. Anyway, yeah, everyone have a great night. Sounds like we had a good time tonight. Thanks, Nick. Thanks, Eric. Thanks, Alan. Even. It's KD8 SLG, back to net control. Thanks, Nick.
All right, thanks, Nick. Guy, we know you're all barking no slides, but that's how it goes. And, you know, on the plus side, you always have Josh's slides to look forward to because he organizes his stuff like crazy. And sounds like he did pretty good on the, from what you were saying, on the Fox Hunt today. That's good because I think he was, if it worked, he was using my antenna. So I could be like a NASCAR team owner. That'd be pretty cool. Somebody else succeeds while I just kind of hand them the gear. Anyway, thanks, Nick. This is KAQKO on the WAWKY repeater 147 Mark 390, positive also with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And next two stations are in and out from the net control team. That's W8HRF and K8YUK. And that's going to take us down to KI5DAY Alan. How you doing, Alan? What do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
KI5
but I do work an evening shift, so I'm usually wide awake when I get home from those evening shifts, and I get to bed around 2 or 3 most mornings if I'm lucky. I'm not experiencing extreme insomnia, but I did get something from my VA doctor to help me sleep. It's an antihistamine. It's a specific one, but it seems to help. I don't know, but like Sundays, I don't have any issues. I'm always very tired on Sundays. I think it's because of the schedule that I do on Sunday mornings, getting up early, get to church early, doing music, listening to the sermon, coming home and going back early for choir practice, singing and coming home and doing the beacon net has a tendency to wear me out. But I'll be watching TV after this, and I'm sure I'll probably sit up till 2 or 3, maybe watching TV. Hopefully not. I got to get up early. My brother-in-law and I are going to haul off some metal to a local metal recycling place to get rid of some stuff that we need to get rid of. So that ought to be interesting. Anyways, for the regular trivia, I don't have a clue what the answer is. I didn't know the Pentagon had a call sign, but I don't know. AMR is American Airlines headquarters call sign on the New York Stock Exchange. So let's go with A. W4 American Airlines, KI5DAY, back to them.
All right, thank you, Alan. Got your answer for the primary question down as Alpha. I'll tell you what, you got a little quieter there during your transmission, and you picked up a little bit of a hum. I'm not sure what that was all about, but we heard you, so we were able to read you in there. And yeah, good luck selling metal. I've gone to the scrapyard before with metal, and I go in there with like a big old pile of it, and walk out with $20, and I'm looking at the $20, but I think I spent more on gas bringing this stuff here than I actually got in cash out of the metal. But, yeah, anyway, good luck with that, sir. Appreciate it. And appreciate all you do. This, I already identified. Let's do the round of check-ins. Anyone who wants to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
November 8, Echo X-Ray, Jeff in Chenega, Alaska.
All right, we got November 8, Echo X-Ray. Jeff, how you doing, sir? What do you have for the Beacon Net?
Well, good evening, everyone. This is Jeff. I'm usually in Seward, Alaska, but I'm working out on Chenega, Alaska, in Prince William Sound on Evans Island, and it's in the 20s. We have some beautiful sun. HF is kind of shot right now with the solar flux, and hopefully that'll cool down here for tomorrow. And as I get back on the local net and that. And I listened in last week, but I didn't check in, so I thought I'd catch the Beacon Net this week. And the trivia, the first one, the Pentagon, I'll go with Alpha. And the Audubon, I just have to go with Delta. That just sounds too good. And that, but got the, we're out here until next Sunday, and then I'll be off work for half a day, and then back to work in Seward. So enjoy having a net to listen to out here, and yeah, and I will be listening along. Back to Control and ADX.
All right, well, thank you, Jeff. We got your answer down there for Alpha and Delta. And I'll tell you what, you can never go wrong with the Cornwaldo bean, or in this case, the Cornwaldo bond. Thanks for checking in there. And, yeah, sounds like you got some busy time ahead of you, but I guess good work is good work. So, yeah, that's how it goes. All right, anyone else want to check into the Beacon Net? Please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. All right, nothing heard there. I'm going to go up and get the trivia answers, but before I do that, I should give my answers. I didn't do that. And they're going to be Bravo and Alpha as well, hoping to make sure Andy is nice and sound asleep with a nice ba. Anyway, let's see how that works out for me. KE8VZA, would you read the answer to the primary question, please?
KE8QKO in the net, KE8VZA here. I was just entering your answers as bah. Anyway, so main trivia. What was the call sign of the Pentagon in the late 40s and early 50s before K calls were issued to amateurs? So this was not the Pentagon's amateur call sign. It was their real call sign. Well, I shouldn't say real call sign. Their non-amateur call sign. There we go. So before 1947, W was the first letter for amateur call signs within the continental U.S. K was used for commercial radio stations as well as amateur stations that were outside of the U.S. in outlying territories. The Pentagon initially was assigned the call sign K4USA, which is Answer Charlie. So in 1947, they made some changes to assigning call signs, and the K prefix began being assigned in the continental U.S. to amateurs. The Pentagon call sign was then changed, and the following call signs came out of the mix and are used for Mars and shares operations. Department of Defense is War, Whiskey Alpha Romeo. Army Mars is AAN3PNT, which is Alpha Alpha November 3, Papa November Tango. Air Force Mars is Alpha Golf Alpha 3, Delta Charlie. And Navy and Marine Corps Mars, well, they're all just Navy, right? All one big Navy. Mars is November 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 0, Papa November Tango. And the call sign K4AF is currently the Pentagon's amateur radio call sign. They have a club there. Anywho, there you go. Charlie, K4USA is the answer. I'll put it in the blue screen. KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right, well, thank you, Eric. I'm going to avoid comments on the Navy Marine there call sign because I could go on and I might make people angry. But Thanks for doing that trivia, Eric. That's a good one. Appreciate it. Let's get on and talk to KI5DAY Alan to get the alternate trivia. Alan, take it away.
Okay, tonight's alternate trivia was on the world-famous highway in Germany called the Autobahn. Even in the unrestricted areas of the highway, it's still illegal to do what? Your options were A, run out of gas, B, exceed 175 miles per hour in other than European model cars, C, drive over 85 miles per hour in the far right slow lane, or D, ever have any member of the Autobahn clan in your car. 5,000 points for Autobahn. But anyways, the correct answer would be yes, A, run out of gas. You don't want to do that on the Autobahn. It's one of those things that they don't take lighthearted because they believe that you should have been prepared for that, and there's no reason for it, and it causes real issues when that happens. So don't do that. There are parts of the Autobahn, by the way, where you can't take speed excessively or go however fast you want to go, but the parts that are wide open, people have gone upwards most of the time about 30 to 180 miles per hour in some cars, but typically most of them will do about, 120, 125, something like that when they're really flying. The world record on a closed circuit of the Autobahn was about 250 or 268 miles per hour. And let's see, what else? Yeah, running out of gas is a problem. And also, if you cause accidents on the Autobahn, especially if you're driving fast and you don't take into consideration the restricted parts of it and you're still flying, you can get in a lot of trouble too. So yeah, you could be charged for a lot of stuff if you lose control driving fast, regardless of whether or not you're in the restricted or the non-restricted areas. So, there's your Autobahn lesson of the day. KI5DAY, back in it.
All right, thank you, Alan. Yeah, I got that one right because running out of gas and finding somebody for it is a very, very German-seeming thing to do. So, glad I got that one right. Thanks for another great trivia question. Okay, this is KE8QKO on the WAWKY repeater, 147 Mark 290, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. We've got our trivia answers read. We're all the way down through our list. So we're going to do one more and one more only round of check-ins or rechecks to the Beacon Net. If you would like to check in or recheck to the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. All right, nothing heard there. On behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, KE8VZA, KI5DAY, KD8SLG, W8HRF, K8YUK, KD8EPC, and Larry the Rubber Chicken, I would like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us on the next edition of the BeaconNet, Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the W8WKY repeater, Allstar Node 48496, and EchoLink W8WKY-R. You are welcome to join us on the Barometer Net, also on the W8WKY repeater, every morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, except for Sundays. Don't forget to check out our friends on the Boredom Breaker Net, every day at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562 and EchoLink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to BeaconNet. This is KE8QKO, returning the repeater to normal and customary amateur radio to this time, 73 all. And have a wonderful Begawkin Sunday.